Bicycle Unexpected Stories. When you see a bicycle on the street, you probably take it for granted that this type of vehicle has been there for a long time, and it's just a vehicle with not so significant status. Now we have buses, we have cars, we have subways. Who use bicycles anymore except professional cyclists and eco-friendly people? But bicycles have some surprising stories, which I will tell you in just a minute. Go back to the history in 1800s, bicycles were considered to be dangerous. The most popular transportation means was horseback riding for traveling in a long distance. In a car crash between a cyclist and a horse on the road, a witness said, "I consider bicycle to be the most dangerous things to life and property ever invented." Despite all the difficulties bicycles developed, from the high wheelers to the bone shakers, this development brought the improvement of roads and significantly the liberation of women. Side note, high wheelers were called penny farthings because it resembles two British coins, penny and farthing. Women were able to go out of the house more often with the use of the bicycle. They gained more freedom. The dramatic change in clothing for women was strongly influenced by the use of bicycles. Women used to wear the very tight corset, which made them very difficult to breathe and created damage for the internal organs. They said that women need to tie the laces of the corset as tightly as possible. Additionally, women had to wear other full fluffy petticoats and a very long dress which can sweep all over the floor. This unpractical clothing can weigh more than 20 kilograms and more if the girl is caught up in the rain. Thanks to the invention and development of bicycles, women had more practical clothing and less restriction to do whatever they want. In terms of my own experiences in Vietnam, my grandfather has a bicycle like this, and he always treasures it. It was bought more than 30 years ago, and it reminds him about his time serving in the Vietnam War, in which bicycles made an extraordinary story. It happened during Vietnam-French War, particularly in Dien Bien Phu battle. Dien Bien Phu is located in a remote forest-covered area in the northwestern Vietnam. It was the last stronghold of French army. It was located in a bowl-shaped valley that had a flat enough bottom for a major air base and was surrounded by easily defendable hills. Victory in this battle would have huge impact in the situation of Indochina region, and it could possibly lead to the end of French colonization in Vietnam. To face against the French army, the supply for Vietnam army was carried by bicycles. 21 bicycles were donated from people. These bicycles were modified in order to carry a lot than expected, from 200 to 300 kilograms for 56 continuous days of battle. Advantages of using bicycle were easy to travel in the roadless mountains and to camouflage. When the roads were usually damaged by bombing, bicycles enabled Vietnam Army to be sufficient to fight. Carrying bicycles became a defining factor for the victory of Vietnam against France in Dien Bien Phu battle. It was said by French journalists that they were also completely surprised by the logistic capabilities of the Viet Minh, which means Vietnam Army. Their ability to get heavy artillery pieces and ammunition into the high, roadless mountains surrounding Điện Biên Phủ was not even considered a possibility. France was defeated. Điện Biên Phủ was one of the most important victories in modern history of Vietnam. It changed the situation of Vietnam, which facilitated the end of French colonization in Vietnam. So, bicycles, such a small, ordinary vehicle today, has contributed to the history of the world and has shaped the independence of a nation. I think bicycle is not ordinary, it's extraordinary.